Good morning, folks. Hi, Phil McPhail here with United Country Lifestyle Properties of Maine. If you're a fan of real estate, you've probably seen many videos on YouTube and shows on HDTV and other networks that show the benefits of staging your home for sale prior to selling it. But I bet you haven't seen a whole lot of information out there about what you should do if you own a piece of land and you're getting ready to sell the property. Well, there are many things you can do to improve your property, but what things can you do that will actually give you a return on your investment? In this video, we're going to see what one of my clients did utilizing a forestry mulcher to open up an access road that had become overgrown. This made a huge difference in how the property was shown, in how it felt, and it was done for a reasonable amount of money. So let's go join Spencer Wood, the real estate cowboy, and we'll show you what he did to improve my client's property.
Howdy there, beautiful people. It's Spencer Wood, the real estate cowboy. Something different for you guys today. Chili and Stump and I are down here on one of Phil's listings, actually off the Town Farm Road in Quebec, Maine. It's about a 128-acre parcel out here, bunch of river frontage, gorgeous property, a couple miles off the main trail here. But this is something that I actually do on the side. So this is my machine. This is a Kubota KX57-5 with an Indeco IMH5 forest mulching head on it. And this is some stuff that I do off camera for the most part. Now I'm on camera doing it, but this is a service that I offer to clients. But this is a really cool way to essentially quickly enhance your land. I mean, I'll kind of walk over here and just give you like a little bit of kind of what we're working with. Today we're on essentially the road down to this 128 acres. Really nice road, but you can see it's starting to get grown in. All these birches and stuff is coming over, so it's gonna start kind of scratching cars up and not be fun to get down here. So we're gonna push everything back. We're gonna open this road right up so you could take a camper right down here, something big, not worry about getting all scratched up. Most of these jobs as well are less than like $5,000. You know, if you're doing a quick touch up for something, or you're doing something to kind of enhance that curb appeal of your land by thinning it out and exposing big hardwood, or, you know, thinning out a view, mulching back a path, mulching an area that is a building site so somebody can kind of envision what that would look like and where that would be. That's what you're gonna wanna do with this sort of stuff. So I got into the forestry mulching and the light excavation and forestry stuff for my client. I got the machine. We're able to work with our listing and our sellers to thin things out, to really enhance the appeal, help sell things faster, help get a higher price, a higher value for that work. And then we're also working with our buyers as well. So somebody comes in, they buy this piece of land, they will obviously want this all trimmed back. Who do you call? The real estate cowboy. So we're gonna push all this back. This is really nice stuff. The machine will do really well with this, you know, softwood. It can mulch up to probably 8-inch trees. It takes a little bit longer per tree, but 3-4 inches. So this is actually gonna be really fun. I'm excited to jump in the machine and get things going down here. Without further ado, we're gonna jump in that machine and we're gonna do some work. Alrighty, so we're gonna talk about this piece of iron for a second before we get after it. Again, this is a Kubota, it's a KX57. This is essentially, with that mulching head on there, is about a 14,000 pound machine. So it's classified as a mini excavator. So from an impact, an environmental, like a land impact, this isn't gonna be rutting anything up. I can, you know, I tow it on the back of my 1-ton truck. You know, this is a really nice setup to be mobile and get into tight spots and be low impact on the ground. My buddy Dino at Blackwater Welding and Fabrication put this nice life-saving cage on the front and on the top for me. So shout out Dino, Blackwater Welding and Fabrication. Pretty simple machine. It's about 50 horsepower. We got that IMH and Indeco mulching head, and nothing else to say. I'm ready to jump in here and get after it. Well, you guys can probably hear my sweet music. All right, well, we are in here.
Well, that was a pretty handy little machine, isn't it? The job that Spencer had to do for me included about 1,500 feet of road on my client's property that had become overgrown by the trees, as you saw in the video. it created a situation where you were driving through almost a tunnel and the trees were rubbing down the sides of our vehicles to get onto the land. After he was done, the first impression the buyers had was much better. He pushed the road back about 8 or 10 feet on each side, opened that up. You could drive in there with no problem. And you actually had a better feel because you could see down into the woods where before that was done, you really couldn't see off the road. So the results of that work that Spencer did helped us show the property better. We did a video on that lot. We had multiple showings, and we had it sold in 59 days for $2,090 per acre, which is a pretty good price for a piece of off-grid forest land. What else could you do to your land that would actually pay you to have it done and you wouldn't lose money in the process? Well, clearing potential views. If you got a property and maybe you don't know, or maybe you do know that there's a mountain vista behind a bunch of trees on your property, clearing those out of the way to open up that view and showing that to a potential buyer makes a huge difference, and it can be done extremely inexpensively. Another item you could do is put a driveway under your land if you don't have one. That would make accessing the property much easier for potential buyers to get off the road and to see the land. And finally, but certainly not the only other things you could do, but let's talk about proper timber management. If you have a piece of forest land and you take care of it over time, you cut wood when necessary, you get rid of maybe undesirable species and help improve the timber stand that's there, you're going to get better growth. You'll have better value trees. It'll look nicer in the long run. So that's another thing you can do. If you got a piece of property you'd like to sell and you'd like our opinion of what you might be able to do that's specific to your site that would help you improve the property's value, give us a call, 800-286-6164. One of us would be happy to meet with you and take a look at your property and maybe give you some ideas of what you might do. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great day.